Oklahoma had college football's best offense in 2017, lost a ton off that unit, then put together an offense that was just as good or even better in 2018. If the pattern holds in 2019, Lincoln Riley won't just be a candidate for NFL jobs. He'll need to have his head examined to see if he's actually a mortal human being. In addition to the expected departure of Heisman Trophy winner Kyler Murray, Oklahoma has also lost deep threat Marquise Brown and now 4 of its 5 starting offensive linemen. Guards Ben Powers and Drew Samia were seniors, and right tackle Cody Ford has already announced his candidacy for the 2019 NFL Draft. Left tackle Bobby Evans, seen lifting Brown into the air above, was thought to be likely to return to Norman for his senior season, but he has now cannonballed into the NFL Draft pool as well. After thoughtful consideration with my family, I have chosen to forego final year of eligibility and declare for the 2019 NFL Draft, Evans wrote in a statement posted to his Twitter account. An Allen, Texas, native, started all 14 games at left tackle, and was named a second-team All-Big 12 performer for his efforts. He was part of a unit that won the Joe Moore Award as the nation's top offensive line, and now guarantees OU will have to replace 4/5 of that unit. The good news for Oklahoma. Center Creed Humphrey was arguably the best of the bunch, and he was a redshirt freshman in 2018. Clemson has already lost a linebacker and a defensive back to the 2019 NFL Draft, and now Dexter Lawrence makes it a trifecta. The 2017 AP All-American's Clemson career actually ended 2 games earlier than he intended, such that it mattered. The Tigers rolled to the 2018 national title with wins over Notre Dame and Alabama by a combined 74-19. Still, Lawrence will be a big loss when combined with the graduations of fellow defensive tackle Christian Wilkins plus defensive end Austin Bryant. Fellow junior Clelin Ferrell could also join Lawrence, meaning the most heralded defensive line in college football would all be gone for 2019. Lawrence's replacement, Albert Huggins, was also a senior and is expected to be picked in this spring's draft as well. I have given Clemson all I have, Lawrence wrote in a statement posted to his Twitter account. Through prayers and conversations with my family, I believe that my next step in life is to forego my senior season and enter the 2019 NFL Draft. Lawrence is widely expected to be the first of those Tigers to hear his name called, with his massive 6'4", 350-pound frame and cat-like quickness. He was the ACC's Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2016, then a first-team All-ACC honoree in 2017 and 18. He collected 97 career tackles, 11 sacks and 19.5 tackles for loss. It's a new era for Georgia Tech football, complete with a brand new job title, General Manager. This new term, seen elsewhere at LSU in Arizona, is given to the employee tasked with overseeing all angles of his program's roster management from recruiting to the walk-on program to the transfer market, has been bestowed upon Patrick Sudds. An Atlanta native, Sudds worked with new Georgia Tech head coach Jeff Collins at Alabama. I've known Patrick since my days at the University of Alabama with Coach Nick Saban, Collins said. He was integral in setting up the entire infrastructure of recruiting and operations at Alabama, which has lent itself well to a really nice 12-year run for Coach Saban. I'm excited to bring the expertise that Patrick gathered from places like Alabama, Texas and Auburn here to the Flats, in his hometown of Atlanta. Sudds worked in a similar role at Auburn. Pat Sudds is the one that is really my right-hand guy, Malzahn said on December 19 via Auburn Undercover, who broke the story. Me and athletics director, Alan Green, have a great relationship. I'm really looking forward to next season. Sudds has also overseen recruiting at Arizona State and Texas, and spent the first 7 seasons of the Saban era at Alabama as Associate AD of Football Operations. Collins rose the coaching totem pole with the reputation as a voracious recruiter, and this hiring shows he intends to build a serious recruiting operation in Atlanta. For the 3rd time in a year, Rice is losing a lineman who's pursuing a graduate transfer, although this one is on the defensive side of the ball. On his personal Twitter account this week, Zach Abercrombie announced that, due to unforeseen circumstances, I will be transferring to play my last year of eligibility. Abercrombie is on schedule to earn his degree from Rice this coming May. It's already being reported that Marshall, Memphis, Oregon State, Penn State, SMU, Tulsa, Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech have been in contact with the defensive lineman regarding a potential transfer. As a redshirt junior this past season, Abercrombie led the Owls in quarterback hurries with 6 and was third in tackles with 55. He was also tied for third in tackles for loss with 4.5. Following the 2018 regular season, the 6'2", 286-pound lineman earned honorable mention All-Conference USA honors. If I haven't heard it all now, there can't be much left, right? According to the Jackson Clarion-Ledger, former LSU offensive lineman Matt Branch was shot by a dog while duck hunting in Mississippi in late December, with the resulting injuries associated with the shooting forcing his leg to be amputated. The accident occurred during an annual hunting trip that included Branch, whose family owns the property on which the accident occurred, and a handful of friends and family members. From the Clarion-Ledger, the game plan called for Heckford Branch, Branch's cousin, David Joe Branch, Branch's younger brother, Connor Branch, and friend, David Lamont, to spread out and hunt along a slough. Later in the morning, they planned to regroup and hunt together. At approximately 9:40 a.m., David, Matt and I were all standing around the bed of the Polaris Ranger, and Matt had laid his gun down flat in the bed of the Ranger and walked around on the passenger side to finish loading up, Heckford said. I was at the tailgate no more than 4 feet away from him, seeing that the hunters were loading the vehicle. Another hunting companion, a Labrador retriever named Tito, jumped in the bed of the Ranger. As he walked around finding a place to sit, he stepped on the safety of Branch's shotgun and pulled the trigger. The group was able to get Branch, who was hit in the thigh by the gunshot, to a clearing accessible to medical personnel and was later transported to a pair of medical facilities, the latter of which performed the amputation on his left leg. Branch has since undergone multiple surgeries, but is expected to make a full recovery. Branch played in 28 games for LSU from 2009 to 11 after redshirting as a true freshman in 2008, but didn't get to finish out his career with the Tigers as injuries forced him to retire prior to the start of his senior season.